Hi guys, so in our last video we learned how to make our very own sourdough starter from scratch. So by now you should be ready to move on to the next step. So the next step is feeding it, maintaining it, and baking with it. Maintaining it. Do you have to feed it every single day? Yes and no. You do have to feed it if you want to keep it live and active. And to bake with it, you do want it to be live and active. So you will have to continue feeding it. And the way I do it for myself is if I'm baking with it, I will continue to feed it every single night. That way it's ready and it at its peak in the morning. As you can see, here's my starter. I fed it last night and it has more than doubled, which means it's at peak and ready to bake with. If I'm not baking with it, and I know I'm not going to be baking for like 3-4 days or like a week, or I'm going on a trip, a vacation, or anything like that, I will just feed it, let it rise, and then I'm going to cover it and I'm going to put it in the fridge. It's going to look sad and dull once you probably take it out, but that's okay. You can literally take it back out, continue your cycle of taking it, discarding the rest, feeding your sourdough starter, and it'll come right back to life and it's ready for baking again. So to bake with it, I'm going to take my sourdough starter and pour enough for my recipe. I took out what I needed for my recipe and I'll set that aside, and then we'll go ahead and feed this. I already have 100 grams of sourdough starter left in my jar, and then we'll add 135 grams of flour to it. Once we have our flour, we're going to add 100 grams of water. We're going to go ahead and stir it up. Because I feed it the same every single time, it always ends up being the same amount. So as you can see, it's right where my line is, and that's it. We feed it, we'll cover it again, and we'll put it in a nice warm spot. Really as simple as that. It's just a repeat process of feeding it, feeding it, and using it. And if you're not using it, you can stick it in the fridge until you're ready to use it. And then again, you just start the process again. That's it.